What is going on, shrimp keepers? It's Rob with Flip Aquatics. If you've never met me before, this is your first time tuning in. But I wanted to touch today on the import order and talk about things. We got our first person in the chat, Sugar Glider Love 123. Shout out to you, everyone else that's joining in. We call you guys the notification squad. You're all the ones that click that little bell when you go to my channel, and that lets you know that, hey, we just uploaded a video or we're live. And so I always appreciate when you guys do that. And also, if this is your first time, don't forget to subscribe. We do a lot of videos on shrimp, a lot of fish room tours, things like that. So we do a lot of good stuff around here. And so welcome back, guys. I feel like it's been forever since I've done a live stream with you all. It's just been busy. We've had a lot going on in the past. We've had just crazy amount of things going on. I've been traveling a lot these last few weeks. I went to Vegas, 3 weeks ago. Went to Gatlinburg last weekend, and then just went to Chicago and picked up an import order. So it feels like we've just been back and forth. I've been driving a ton, I've been flying a ton, and so it's good just to be home, like back where the shrimp are, back where the business is, back where my family is. It's good just to be home, and so that's where I'm at now. So shout out to everyone else. Nisi's in the house. Nisi, I'm sorry, I'm starting the stream a little early. And the reason being, I usually start at 6:30 or 7, and I'm starting early today because my friend, who I haven't seen in forever, he was actually in my wedding. Really good buddy of mine. He's having a game night tonight at 7, and so I told him I'd be a little bit late, but I wanted to go hang out with the guys for a change and do something with them. So that's what I'm going to be doing. We got Tame Waters in the house, tons of other people here. Shout out to Phil at Tame Waters. He runs a pet store up in Minnesota, I believe. Somewhere up there north. And so we just have a lot going on, but we just got in an import order. We went and picked it up on, I believe it was a Tuesday. No, it was a Wednesday. We picked it up on a Wednesday, and then it was awesome. I mean, it was a lot of driving. It was lucky. This was the first time Amanda went with me. So if you guys don't know, Amanda's my wife. She went out with me. We got a hotel the night before, kind of just relaxed, had breakfast together. Went and saw a bunch of pet stores in the area, connected with some pet stores, and just had a great time. And then we went to pick up the order. It was a little bit late. We got a little lost, which happens from time to time. But we got the order back. Shout out to Jeff and Mark. They both stayed late and helped unbox the order and put it all away. And needless to say, we got to bed by like 3:30 or so. Got up and early at it, and everything did awesome. Out of all of our import orders, this one did the best as far as survival rates. And I don't know what the difference was. I don't know if it was the temperature or if it was just really good shrimp this time or whatever it was. The shrimp survival rate is the highest it's ever been in the first couple of days of us getting an import order. And so that was really good. LJ Aquatics says Gatlinburg recovered decently from a fire a few years back. Yes, we were in Gatlinburg, Tennessee, just hanging out. Vacation with the in-laws, actually. I know I did some emails and stuff like that while I was there. And, yeah, it recovered really good. We were actually staying on the mountain that burnt, and a lot of the buildings on the road to that up to our cabin were, like, burnt down and stuff. But it's recovered pretty decently. It looked really good, so it's really going good. It was a nice break. I mean, it really, really was. It's always good to get away and just recharge the battery. We got Jenny Lee in the house. She said, Flip, you never replied back to my email about the shrimp. Jenny, I am so sorry. Again, my email is so delayed. I'm very, very bad at getting back to emails because I get so many in a day. And once it gets like below a certain point, it's hard to ever get back to that point. So usually if I don't respond to you within 2 days, it's always good to send me another email just to follow up, and then I'll usually get to that one. But I do miss them. So Jenny Lee, please send me another email. I would love to hook you up with some shrimp. I definitely want to get more people into it. And if you guys don't know, Jenny Lee runs a very nice channel, and she does a lot with aquariums. So definitely check her out. And, yeah, so everything has been going really good over here at Flip Aquatics. I couldn't be happy. Dwayne Kitchell said, "Grats on the great import." Thank you so much, Dwayne. Yeah, so the import really did go good, and I'm super, super happy about it. And it seems like you all are happy about it too. And the good thing is we finally have some shrimp back in stock that we've had out of stock for a little while. We ran out of the cherry shrimp, which are the really nice red ones. And so we finally have those back in stock, but they will not ship, I think, until October 9th. It all says on the website if you guys want to check that out. And we also have the, what are they? The Blue Dreams Fantasy Blues. We've been out of stock of those for like probably 3 or 4 weeks. So it's good to finally have those back in stock. And so there's a lot of things that are back in stock that were out of stock. The other cool thing is we're adding a lot of products to the website. I got a list of them, the ones that I added. We added, we used to sell MK Breed foods back in the day, and then our supplier of them kind of fell off the face of the earth. And so we switched over to Shrimp King food just because we ran out of supplies of that, and because I really, really like Chris Lukecup, and he was kind of pushing me to try them, and I tried them and I loved them. And so now we feed Shrimp King foods, but I still really do like the MK food. And so we got a new supplier of the MK Breed line. And so we're now selling that on the website. We got some natural products in stock. We added Chula Wood or Cola Wood or whatever people want to call it. We added a bunch of leaves from Tantora. So like amaranth leaves, banana leaves, guava leaves, nano catappa leaves. And so we're adding a lot of new stuff, which is exciting for me because it constantly keeps it fresh for me. And it's always fun to do new things and try new things. And so Lumpy Lang, another person in the chat, shout out to you. Thank you for stopping in. And yeah, and we'll get to as many questions as I can after this little short spiel in the beginning. But yeah, so things have really been going good. And we have so much to add. Like I'm going to do, if you guys didn't watch the video today, I did it on the Neo Caridina room and the new water change system that we have that's been really working well for us. And so that was the video today. And later on this week or the beginning of next week, I'm going to do a video on the Caridina room, which is the first shrimp room that we had. And it is called Shrimp Town, the new room, Shrimp City. But we're going to do an update on that. And that's where I'm going to go over a lot of the new shrimp we got in, because most of them are Caridina species. And we try to keep all the shrimp that need a little bit more care in that room, and then put all the Neocaridinas in the other room. And so I'll go over some of the stuff we got in because I'm super, super excited about it. And some of them came in so good, and I'm so thrilled to see them. So we got in some red and black pintos, which if you guys don't know what pintos are, they're Taiwan bee, and they're basically like a mixed species and just have really cool patterns. So we got in red and black, one of those. We got in normal blue bolts. We've recently just had the high-grade blue bolts, which we got those back in too. We got Galaxy Pintos in, which are just a stunning shrimp. They're the ones we were selling. They sell usually between $100 and $150. And so those are an expensive shrimp we got in. We got just the orange-eyed tiger shrimp, which are like same as the orange-eyed blue tigers, or what do they call them? OEBT. But they're not blue. So that's the only difference. They call them golden-eyed tigers. We got in just regular black tigers with orange eyes. We got in the Aurora blue tigers, which I'm super excited about because they did really well for us the last time we got them in, and they're doing really well for us this time. The crazy shrimp that we got in, it's called a metallic purple shrimp, and I'll do an update just on that. But the metallic purple shrimp, they are ridiculous. They're so beautiful. If you guys follow Chris Lukecup on Facebook, he just got some of these in from Selene, and I mean, they're just stunning. He did some awesome photography of them, and so we are definitely going to be selling those, or we might even try to breed them. I don't know yet, but they're $500 a piece, so they're super expensive. And so if we were going to sell them, it'd be $1,000 for the pair, which is just, just crazy. But as far as we know, they are the only ones in the United States. So Selene is the only breeder of those as far as I know of, and we got them from him. And so they're just a beautiful shrimp. We got in one of Amanda, again, my wife, one of her favorite shrimp of all time, which is the purple zebra shrimp. It's a Caridina species, and it breeds in brackish water, but it's super beautiful. She loves small things, and these stay really, really small. And so they're really, really cool species. One of the things that I'm most excited about is bamboo shrimp. We got some really, really cool bamboo shrimp in. They're the ones that are filter feeders, so they literally have 4 big palms, and they literally just pull the food in, eat it, and it is so cool to watch them feed or eat or whatever you want to call it. They're just an awesome, awesome species. So we got a lot of those in, which that's honestly probably the one I'm most excited about. We got in some lesser long-nosed shrimp, which they honestly just look like ghost shrimp. So I'm gonna have to do more research before we sell them, but they very well could just be ghost shrimp. But I know there was the Pinocchio shrimp for a while that had a really long nose, and this is not them. I was hoping it was, but it isn't. And then we got like nearite snails or nearite or whatever people want to call them. I call them the right snails. And then the mystery snails, we got a bunch of those. So we got a lot of cool stuff going on. And it's just a lot of fun. For me, I love getting new things in. It keeps the hobby fun for me. It keeps me trying different things and, you know, trying to make them extremely healthy, learning how to feed them, to breed them, you know, all that good stuff. It is just an absolute blast. And so really excited about it. If you guys haven't watched today's video, definitely go check that out because it kind of goes over some new things we have going on, like the water change system that we just got done doing. Mark, and I got to give the majority of the credit to Mark. He put it all together, built it. Jeff helped him a lot. I just supervised a little bit whenever there was something that I was like, I don't like this. Like, let's change this around. And so I just kind of popped in and out. They get a lot more work done when I'm not there. Surprise. But yeah, they did an awesome job. And it is just, oh my gosh, it is so time saving, whatever you want to call it. It saves us so much time, the new system. So really happy about that. So just a lot of good stuff going on. I'm so excited to show you guys the Caridina room, which that video will probably come out, I want to say, end of this week. Most likely the end of this week it will be out. But yeah, so there's some just awesome stuff going on. But I saw somebody mention something about Florida, which huge shout out to Florida. They're getting ready to go through a lot. The Virgin Islands just got destroyed, you know, St. Martin, St. Paul's, I think it is. Those different places. So I really feel for those people, praying for them, you know, sending all my love to you guys. If you're in Florida, you know, stay safe, weather the storm, do what you got to do. Hopefully you're able to get out of town for a day and just, you know, go to Georgia or something. But huge shout out to you people. You know, I'm blessed because we live in Ohio. We don't really get those crazy storms. We really don't get tornadoes very much. So we're pretty lucky here. But, you know, it's always a huge thing when you get hit by, you know, hurricanes and stuff like that. And shout out to Texas too. I know you guys just went through a lot. And so it's always sad to see that. And speaking of the hurricanes and stuff, I know on one of the Facebook groups, I believe it is Freshwater Shrimp and Plant Auctions, Jeff Williams and Biped Shrimp are doing a giveaway. They donated some shrimp and they're trying to raise money for to donate like 100% of it to the relief fund in Texas. Oh wait. Oh, I knew it was coming. But if you guys are on Facebook and you want to check that out and donate to that, it's just basically they're giving away a ton of stuff in hopes to raise some money for the hurricane relief. So I was talking to Jeff Williams about that and told him I would mention something in the live stream. So if you guys are looking to get new shrimp, definitely check that out, or some products or different things like that. So anyway, I'll go through and answer some comments and show some love to you guys. Sugar Glider Love 123 says, do you breed the shrimp? So we do breed the shrimp. Most of it is unintentionally now because we import a lot. And so they breed while they're in the tanks. You know, you just got to have the proper parameters and they'll breed. And a lot of the shrimp come in buried, so you get a ton of babies out of that. But there are certain species that we do breed because we can't import, like the royal blue tigers we breed. You know, tangerine tigers we're breeding a lot of. Crystal reds we're breeding a lot of. You know, there's certain ones that we want to breed. Like we're going to start breeding our own red fancy tigers just because every time we try to order them, they're always out of stock. And so we're going to be breeding those. And so there's select species that we're going to start working with and breeding a lot of. Before we used to breed everything, but we don't do that anymore just because we simply could not keep up with demand. And it was really hurting not only us, but it was hurting the hobby. And so I could, you know, go on a spiel about that for forever, but you know, it just is what it is. But yes, we do breed shrimp, but we don't breed all of our shrimp. And if you go to our website and you look at any type of shrimp, you can go down through and select USA bred or imported shrimp. USA bred ones are ones that we're breeding, or you know, maybe a good friend of mine is breeding, a local hobbyist, something like that. And so those are USA bred ones, and then imported, obviously. So we always try to make a fine line between what we import and what we breed. And that's just all about being transparent. Did you get the purple tigers? Yes, so they're actually purple crystals. And that's the line that they come from. And they're called metallic purples. And they are absolutely stunning. Like, absolutely stunning. And so, yes, we did get those in. Lumpy Lang says, greetings, Flip Aquatics. Can shrimp go in a 20-gallon with a dozen tetras and 3 dwarf loaches? So shrimp probably could go in there. Tetras are pretty aggressive, to be honest. I know that they're pretty much in the same family as piranhas, so they're pretty aggressive. So I wouldn't suggest it, but if you have a ton of rocks, if you have a ton of plants in there, you definitely can get away with it. It's just whatever you feel like risking. Michael Ranson said, I can't wait to go order some shrimp. Yeah, so that is always a good thing. We always appreciate your guys' orders. A lot of the stuff is up for pre-order now, like the reds, the blues, everything like that. All the Neocardinas are up for pre-order. So feel free to pre-order those. But we haven't, like all the new shrimp, like the ones I listed off, those ones aren't on the website yet. I'm going to list those next week. And this week, you know, just kind of, I'll probably list them throughout the week, to be honest. Morning from Australia. A lot of Australia love in the house. That's awesome. So Australia, it's probably like 7:30 in the morning or 8:30 in the morning, something like that. And so there's a lot of stuff. MK Film says, are you from Washington? So we are actually located in Warren, Ohio, which is close to Youngstown, which is the midway point between Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and Cleveland, Ohio. So we're kind of right in the middle of that. And so, no, we are not from Washington. Let's see what else we got. If you guys have a question, it's always good to do at flipaquatics-loveDiesel. And then it will pop out to me, and then I'll know that you have a good question, so I'll answer it. Ryland's Aquarium says, Rob, I just got baby shrimp from the ones I bought from you. That is great news. So it is always good to hear that shrimp are breeding and doing well and people are having success with them. That's what this business is all about. Like, if we're just selling shrimp that are dying and people aren't able to breed them, then it's like not worth it, right? So we do everything we do because we want hobbyists to have success. Abby said, what shrimp have you imported and why aren't they available in your state? So we import pretty much all, I wouldn't say all, but we import a lot of Neocaridina. We import a lot of Caridina as well. And the reason we import the ones we do is because it's pretty much like the main shrimp that are in the United States. And so, like, you know, your cherry shrimp, your black rose, your carbon rillies, your orange, you know, your crystal reds, crystal blacks, Taiwan bees. We import a lot of the basic stuffs. And the reason why is because we're targeting the beginner hobbyists. We want the people that have never got into the hobby before, never bought shrimp. And we want them because we want to have them have a good experience. So we get the stuff that's pretty much easy to keep, and then we take good care of it, and then we send it to them, and then hopefully they'll have success. And then we're hoping to grow with our customers. So, like, as we get the beginners in, then they're going to want to start going to the, you know, the Taiwan bees, which are the black pintos, things like that. And so then as our customer base grows, we're going to grow with them and get in the unusual stuff. But right now we get the beginner stuff because of that. And so that's kind of like why we do what we do. Kevin Hyatt says, yeah, Rob doesn't like emails. No, I hate emails. It is just, and I don't say this to like brag that I get a ton of emails or anything like that, but I get a lot of emails in a day. Like it gets really overwhelming. Luckily, Amanda and Jeff handle a lot of the emails. So if you guys ever need to get a hold of me, you can always email Jeff Jeff is store@FlipAquatics and Amanda is sales@FlipAquatics. So you can email either one of them, and most likely it'll get back to me and they can ask me any questions and they'll respond. So that's probably the quickest way. But if you do need to get a hold of me, it's always good to send an email. If I don't answer in 2 days, send it again because most likely I missed it. But I try to answer as many emails as I can. It's just, you know, you guys know how it is. Life gets busy. You know, we're all there. And so we all know how it is. And it's, you know, the more follow-ups, the better. Let's see. LJ Aquatic says, how do you keep the water in your aquarium since you're upside down? How do you keep the water in your aquarium since you're upside down? I don't know. So if I'm upside down, I guess it's just a magic trick. Hopefully I'm not upside down. That would be bad. If I am upside down, then I'm sorry. Tyler Saville said, could you show us what the purple crystals look like? So I actually can. Let me pull up. We have an Instagram page. It's Flip Aquatics. If you guys have Instagram, go check it out there. Amanda does a lot on Instagram. Jeff does a lot on Instagram. They both post a ton of pictures, and you can see a lot of our shrimp before I share them. So if you have Instagram, definitely check that out because you'll see things a lot quicker than I will. But let me see if I can blow this picture up. So let me share my screen. I forget how to share. Oh, here we go. Screen share. So here is the purple zebra shrimp. And I apologize because I can't get it any bigger than that. But then Amanda even did a video on it. So you guys can check this out at Flip Aquatics or on Flip Aquatics at our Instagram. And Amanda did a really, really great job filming these guys. It's a really cool video. It probably isn't going to show up as good since we're live streaming, but I mean, this thing is just absolutely beautiful. The color on them, and we believe we got a pair. So we think this one is the female, and the last one was the male. But they're still really young, so it's hard to tell. But you can see like right here, it's longer, or it's bigger, and so we're hoping that this is a female. And then again, here's the still picture Amanda put up. And then, Amanda does a lot of other posts for our Instagram. Where is it? Let me see. This post is really cute. This is where she did what's up, shrimp keepers, and then did her little tour around the Caridina room. And there's 2 videos here. So if you guys are on Instagram, please go check that out because she puts a ton of work into it. And so she does a really, really great job. Hopefully you guys saw that. Is Flip Aquatics going to be selling Sulawesi shrimp soon? Yeah, so I absolutely love Sulawesi shrimp. Unfortunately, we haven't found a good source of them yet. And honestly, I haven't been looking that hard, or I could have found one already. So eventually, we will be selling them. It's just like I said earlier, like we're going to grow with our customer. So as our customer gets to the point where they really, really want Sulawesi shrimp, we're going to offer them. And our hope is that every month that we get an import in, we're going to get new stuff in. So like all the things that we're going to be listing this month necessarily won't be in stock for very long. And then it will probably be another month or 2 before we get them back in. And our hope is every like 2 or 3 months, we're going to be switching kind of the new stuff that we get in. But we will always have like crystal reds, crystal blacks, cherry shrimp, those type of things. But the higher dollar stuff is the stuff that's going to be a little bit, we're going to have it or we're not going to have it. Yeah, so you can't see the purple through the screen share. But if you go on our Instagram, you can definitely see it. Nisi just linked that up. So feel free to go check that out. Evergreen State Aquatics says, I'm late. What kind of shrimp are those? Those are the purple metallic shrimp. They're the ones that cost $500 a piece. So we're probably going to sell the pair for $1,000. If we sell them, we're probably just going to keep them and breed them. But they're just crazy expensive, but they're so cool. So it's crazy. I don't know who would pay $1,000 for shrimp, but we definitely paid some good money for them. For anyone not seeing, KG Tropicals did a long-awaited live stream yesterday. Yeah, so John is finally back to Instagram. Or not Instagram, Facebook. Sorry, I got them all backwards. So that was cool to see from him. How much are they selling for? Mike said the purples, again, are selling for $500 a piece. They're expensive little boogers, but they're extremely rare, and that's why. Jesse First said, I am new to this. What do I do to set up a tank and to share a 30-gallon? Do you ship to Canada? I am new to this. Hello? So we do not usually ship to Canada, although we can. Just special request, and if people are willing to pay the shipping, we can usually do it. But what do you do to set up a 30-gallon aquarium? So we do it so basic. Like we literally just get pool filter stand. We usually use a matte filter. We saw that on our website. Not the pool filter stand. You got to get that at like a PA or spa or pool dealership. Sorry, my talking is just all off. Maybe that means I need a drink of water. You guys like this? It's a Arizona iced tea container, and I just fill it with water. Ah, much better. So, where are we at? Pool filter sand. You get it from a spa or pool dealership. But we just use that. We use a Matten filter. We use the light on it. We let the light run 24/7 for a couple of weeks. You know, dump some fertilizer in there, get the algae going really, really good. Do a big water change on it before you add shrimp. Add the shrimp to it, and you're good to go. We always add live bacteria to the tank because we don't pre-cycle our filters anymore, which isn't the best way to do it, but it definitely works. So I would prefer to set up a tank, put fish in it, let it run for 2 months, and then add shrimp. It's just there's 1,000 ways to do it. It's just finding the way that works best for you. Jono said, is there any shrimp you recommend that is good for eating hair algae? So hair algae is a little bit of a pain in the butt. I wouldn't say there's really any shrimp that's going to devour it. Most shrimps won't even touch it. A mono shrimp might. I'm not 100% sure on that. But I would say mono shrimp are probably your best bet. So it's worth a try. And they're like hardy as hardy can be, to be completely honest. So I would try it. I mean, they're fairly cheap. They're only, I want to say they're $3 or $4 a piece. Sometimes they go up to like 5 or 6. Just depends. But yeah, so they're not too bad. Let's see what else we got. Donna Kate Morgan says, what if I want to get 50 of mono shrimp? Can you PM me later? So Donna, if you want to get 50 of mono shrimp, we can definitely make that work. If you want, you could send us, you can send me an email. You can send Amanda an email or Jeff, any one of us an email, and we'd be glad to talk to you about that. We usually don't do discounts, but I mean, if you're ordering 50 shrimp, we can usually work out something. I know there's some 10% off coupons floating around out there, or discount codes, so we can definitely hook you out. So feel free to send us an email. We'd love to work with you. Glassbox said, it's weird. Email is becoming old school way of communication. Yeah, so email definitely is. You know, text is better. Phone calls work. FaceTime or you know, Skype or things like this. Definitely the most preferred. Like we're gonna start offering some on the website. It's going to be like, I know Corey does it, and he's the one that's like really pushed me to do it. It's like called paid consulting, or like basically what it is you buy like 30 minutes of a Skype session or a FaceTime or whatever it would be. And then it's just for those people that really, really want to talk to me and really want me to answer their questions. Like maybe they're having tank problems and they can buy 15 minutes, you know, 30 minutes, an hour, whatever it is. And then they can just have my undivided attention because, you know, in a live stream, you don't always get your question answered. You don't always get that direct communication that you might want. And so to have the ability to just be like, Robert, I want 30 minutes of your time. I want you to sit down and walk me through this. And it's good to just have, you know, there's not many people that are going to do it, but the people that do, you know, take advantage of it are the ones that really need the help or really want the advice or really want to talk. And so it's good to have that option for people. So we're definitely going to be offering that probably pretty soon. I'll probably list it this week. Redneck Cow Gal. Hello from Florida. Just riding out Irma. New to shrimp. What's a good starter for an intermediate fish keeper? So first of all, good luck riding out Irma. Hopefully you don't lose power or anything like that. Hopefully it goes pretty good. I know Florida is pretty resilient. And you guys are pretty prepared for, you know, any kind of hurricane. So I have no doubt that you guys will get through it. But, you know, just be safe out there. But would you ask, what's a good starter for an intermediate fish keeper? So a good shrimp starter, we actually have a whole section on the website that is beginner shrimp. I would recommend any of those. If you're a little bit more advanced, so you're pretty good at keeping fish, probably one of the 3 shrimp that I would recommend, because they're kind of fun. They're a little bit difficult. Crystal Reds, Crystal Blacks, or Tangerine Tigers. Those to me are like the intermediate, like not super difficult. They can survive in not perfect conditions, but they'll only breed in the right conditions. And so I think you would have a lot of fun with any of those 3. I would probably go with the Crystal Reds just because I just like them. Crystal Blacks are awesome. Tangerine Tigers are really cool. And so you can't go wrong with any 3 though. It just depends on which one you're you're most interested in. Pam, shout out to New York. Thank you for being here, Pam. LJ Aquatic says, what shrimp do you recommend for beginners in a new tank? Should it be well cycled before you add shrimp? So I kind of touched on both of these points already. Beginner shrimp, we have a whole section on our website that's labeled beginner shrimp. Any of those will work great for you. Should it be well cycled before adding shrimp? Yes. Shrimp do not like ammonia, so the more cycled a tank is, the better. It's always good to have fish in there, or do the ammonia cycle. However you do the nitrogen cycle, do it, and make sure it's nice and cycled. The more algae you have in your tank, the better off you're going to be. Just little things like that, they all help. Let me send a quick text message. I almost forgot. I gotta, like I said, I'm gonna I'm going over and having a game night with my buddy, and a lot of our friends are going to be there, and I haven't seen them in forever, and so it's going to be cool to hang out with them. But I'm going to be a little bit late. But I'll be there. Just like that. Easy peasy. So where were we at? LJ Aquatics. How do you keep the water in your aquarium since you're upside down? Oh, we already talked about that. Evan Rules says, will 1 male ghost shrimp and 6 females still breed? Yeah, so they will. The only thing you have to know is ghost shrimp usually are brackish water shrimp, and they do not breed in fresh water. Now, granted, there's supposedly some species that do breed in fresh water, although I haven't came across them yet. And so, so one will definitely breed with 6. But again, you just gotta see if they survive in whatchamacallit, regular freshwater. All right, let's see what new questions we have. Jonathan Bennett, what's going on, buddy? Always good to see you, John. He said, would tiger shrimp survive any better in hard water than crystals? Crystals didn't work well for me. So there are certain species within the tiger, or I guess there are certain tiger species that do better in harder water. For example, like I would say royal blues or black tigers will do good in decently hard water. Orange-eyed blue tigers do well. Stay away from tangerine tigers. Royal blues will do decent. So things like that will do well for you. Crystals will definitely not do well in hard water. I promise you that. Jordan Leroy said, what games are you playing? So we usually play Monopoly. I think tonight they were actually doing a poker tournament, and I think it was a $15 tournament. I'm not 100% sure yet. Things always change. But either way, I'm just going to have a good time. I'm always down to have fun. Flynn's Fish Forms. What's going on, Flynn? What are the main states and or countries that shrimp come from? Thanks, Rob. So the main place shrimp come from is Taiwan. China has a lot of tiger shrimp. There's some shrimp from all around the country or all around the world. Crayfish mainly come from the United States. I don't think Germany or the UK really have too many shrimp, but they do breed a lot. So they have some of the higher end stuff because they're really into breeding, and so it really has some good stuff. Sorry, I get distracted. Nisi, thank you so much for listing everything. Nisi is the #1 moderator out there. She is just thebomb.com. She's listing all the different products we have, a lot of things going on. So she's listing a lot of stuff in the chat. So definitely check out Nisi's post. And first of all, thank you guys for being here. I know today is the first Sunday that NFL football is on. So we have that going on. We got, I believe, not Walking Dead, but Fear the Walking Dead is going to be on tonight. Outlander, which if you guys don't watch Outlander, it's a great show. And there's just a lot of stuff going on tonight. Game of Thrones is unfortunately over. Freaking bummed about that, but it was an epic season. I believe they rushed it a little bit too much. I wish they would have drawn it out more, but it is what it is. But yeah, so there's just a lot going on today. So I appreciate you guys stopping out and just hanging out with me. One thing we're changing, which I didn't mention this earlier, is I'm not going to be listing these live streams anymore, but they will be unlisted. So if you guys hit the notification bell and have that or have notifications set up, you can always go back and watch this video, but you can't go to my channel and find it. I'm just going to have it kind of off to the side because I believe live streams kind of clutter the channel, and a lot of people don't want to watch live streams. They only want to watch real videos, and so I'm kind of have them hidden from the naked eye, but you guys still can access them if you want to listen to them on your way to work or whatever it is. Oh, and this, by the way, it's water flavored with pink lemonade, so it's really good. But anyway, let's see what else everyone's saying. Emerald Pet says, at Flip Aquatics, when are you going to make the beginner videos of your fails and successes? So this is actually, I was thinking about this today. I do a lot of thinking when I'm in the shower, which sounds funny, but that's when, like, you know, no one's bothering you, you know, everyone's leaving you alone. And so I do a lot of thinking in there. So I was thinking about it today, and I think I'm going to do short live streams, like 10-minute live streams, and just talk about like a specific topic. Like, let's talk about what the best temperature is for shrimp, what you need in a shrimp tank, what works, what doesn't work, how to breed Neocaridina, you know, different things like that. We're just going to do some live streams, and then I'll keep those ones visible, and they'll be very, very targeted to specific causes and things like that. And I'll probably do them from the shrimp room. I'll get the internet working out there real good, and I'll do a lot of those. And so that's what I was thinking about. But yeah, so shout out to Scotland. A lot of people in the house. I have bought several berry ghost shrimp, and there were a handful of babies that survived. Once I noticed them, I didn't see a decline in their number. That's really good. So you apparently have one that breeds in freshwater. That's good to know. Digal said, if a shrimp has long white poop, is that symptomatic of internal parasites? So it depends. We feed a lot of Bacteria E, and that turns their poop white. So in that sense, no. But if you're feeding just normal food and their poop's turning white, probably isn't a good thing. Although if it's nice, thick poop, it's a good thing. If it's like stringy poop, then it's basically unhealthy. Like, let me think of the nicest way to put it. So like if the poop is like clumpy, and then there's a thin line, and then another clump, and then a thin line, and then a bigger clump, and then a thin line, that's probably unhealthy shrimp. Actually, no, 100% sure it is unhealthy shrimp. I won't speak in theory. It is unhealthy shrimp, and they're not doing well. Maybe they haven't eaten good. They don't necessarily have internal parasites, although they could. Really, there aren't that many internal parasites for shrimp. Only a few, and they're mainly worm type that will eventually like come out the sides of them and kill them. And Elabiopsidea is supposedly an internal parasite, but I don't think there's really any parasites that will turn the poop white. DET Aquariums, what's going on, man? Daryl, as we are waiting for Hurricane Irma, I'm setting up a new shrimp tank. That is a good way to pass time. Hopefully you ride out the storm pretty well. Hopefully you got the day off work tomorrow. That would be nice, just to stay home, and hopefully power stays on. You can just have a day with the family. It's not too crazy. LJ Aquatic says, have you read the Outlander books? They're even better. So I haven't read them, but I'm listening to them on Audible, which is like an audiobook. And I'm on the first one. It's very good. So really enjoying that. But yeah, I haven't read them. Let's see. Linux said, just put an order in earlier today for some Amanos and a starter pack of Blue Dreams. Blue Dreams still had the September-August listed with the starter pack. Oh, so I apologize. I need to update the starter pack. So the Blue Dreams will not ship until October 9th is the release date. And so that's when they'll ship. Sorry about the confusion on that. And we'll ship your Amanos with the Blue Dreams. If you do want them shipped separately, let us know, and then we can work something out with you. But they will, if you don't say anything, they will ship on October 9th or somewhere around there. Ryland's Aquarium says, my shrimp has a white stripe. What is that? So if the white stripe goes down the back and not from side to side, it's okay. It's just genetic thing, you know, the color, you know, little color deformity. It's not a big deal. Not a big deal at all. So don't get upset about that or anything, or don't worry about that. We got King Lee in the house. Just always got to give a shout out to my boy King. He's doing great things. He's an awesome guy. And so much love to you, King. Tell your family I said hello. I know Amanda will be sending her hellos to you as well. She loves your girls. I know I tell you that every time. They're just awesome. What are your thoughts on those shrimp breeding tubes? So there are a lot of products out there that are completely worthless. So shrimp breeding tubes, unless they are like really, really small and have a closed back on them, they're worthless. You know, just not worth anything. A shrimp isn't going to feel any safer being in a tube that's 3 times the size of it that has an open end and open front. If they can back into a corner, then it's good. After they molt, that's fine. But shrimp breeding tubes, not so good. Maybe for like a small crayfish or crawfish, it would work pretty good. Definitely, it has no benefit for shrimp, in my opinion. Just like mineral rocks. Like I don't think mineral rocks do anything. Some people even say they're harmful. So there's a lot of things out there that are just, hey, you need to have it, and it's not worth it. So save your money. Do the basics. Do the minimum. But yeah, great question. Really, really great question. That was from Mike. Let's see. Jonathan Bennett said, thank you for always sharing your wealth of information. I got into shrimp watching here and got my sister going with the Labor Day sale. The shipment came in perfect. So that's great to hear. Again, John, thank you for your business. Thank you for just being a loyal customer. Really appreciate that. And so so cool that everything worked out good and you're getting the whole family involved. That's always cool to see. AMA Aquatics. So AMA Aquatics, what was it? I believe it was you. Thought you were dropping the LUP diesel. So I am dropping the LUP. I am dropping the LUP diesel. But AMA Aquatics. So I don't know if it was you, but I went to go pick up my import order, and they said that your import order was coming in like 2 days later. So I thought that was pretty cool. They're like, "Are you AMA Aquatics?" And I'm like, "No." And they're like, "Oh, wrong import order." So maybe that was you. Maybe it was a different company. I don't know. But I was like, man, what a small world. Like, that's so cool. And so I thought that was really interesting. Simply Beta is here. What's going on, Simply Beta? Hello, I have a question for you. How long does it take for an Amano shrimp to be breeding age? So I've never bred them before, so I'm not really 100% sure. But I know we get buried Amano shrimp at about, I want to say, 1.5 inches. That sounds about right. So I would say probably 6 months, somewhere around there. But I'm not sure, so don't quote me on that. Daryl said he is off tomorrow, so that's great. So possibly even Tuesday. So hopefully your power stays on. Hopefully everyone stays safe, and you get to enjoy some time off. I know that you work a lot, so it's always good. So King Lee says, yes, I always listen to the playbacks and take notes. That's good to hear. Yeah, there's always some golden nuggets dropped in the live stream. So if you guys are into stream, you can always pick up on the little things that are talked about. But that comes down to good questions. People asking the right questions. James says, what are your opinions on ghost shrimp? I love ghost shrimp. They eat a lot of algae. People don't take good care of them because they buy them in such massive numbers and they're cheap shrimp. And so, there's that. But if you take good care of them, they can be good little algae eaters. LJ Aquatic says, if I give you a clue how much I love those books, I named my daughter Brianna Claire. She's 9. Oh my gosh. So you've loved those books for forever. So the books are awesome. The show is awesome. Yeah. So absolutely love Outlander. There's a little in the show. There's a little bit of nudity. I have to say that there's a lot of cussing. So it's definitely not for the people that don't like hate nudity and stuff like that. So don't watch it for that. But the storyline is just absolutely a beautiful book and show. Robert Merle said, my Amanos are lost in USPS, undeliverable as addressed. Well, Robert Merle, that is terrible news. Keep me updated. Well, if they return them back to us, listen, Amano shrimp are bulletproof, absolutely bulletproof. And so if they do eventually make it to you, then you'll be good to go. Call your post office and let them know and see if that helps. But if they do get returned back to us, we'll let you know. And then I'm sure they'll be just fine, and we'll reship them and find out what the problem was. But usually we don't have problem shipping to you, so that is really, really weird. Maybe the bag leaked and they determined it undeliverable, but I'm not sure. Let's see. What else we got? 120 people watching. Thank you guys for taking time out of your Sunday and spending it with me. It's always cool to hang out with you shrimp keepers and fish keepers and aquarium lovers, whatever you are. It's always cool to hang out. Dwayne Kitchell said, Rob, what are you bringing to Chicago to enter into the shrimp contest? So I don't know if I'll be entering into the shrimp contest, but I might be. If I do bring anything, it'll be the Royal Blues. That's my favorite shrimp, and I love entering them. And we have some really, really nice ones now. But our breeding colony is so small. Like we have, what, 5 or 6 breeding colonies, and they're not to the number that I'd want to be. So I really don't want to take out of their numbers, but probably will enter them in. Let's see what else we got. Daryl said, did you get any Galaxy or Fishbone Pintos, Rob? Need to let me know what special Pintos you got in. So, Daryl, we definitely got some more Galaxy Pintos in. I don't think we got the Fishbone type because the Fishbone type is the lower quality, and usually he doesn't do any low quality stuff. I mean, he might. I don't know. I don't want to just make that statement and not be able to back it up. So he might. I'll have to see what we got, but we definitely got some of the fish or Galaxies in. And we definitely have some really, really beautiful red and black Pintos. And so I'll have to send you some pictures and let you know. And as always, you know I'll hook you up. Linux Log says, I would like the mono shipped ASAP if possible. Happy to wait on the Blue Dreams. I assume I would just need to pay additional shipping. Should I send an email regarding this? Yeah, so definitely if you want to, send us an email, and then we can get that all worked out. And then, yeah, it would just be a little bit extra to send the monos early. But, we can work with you and kind of figure something out with that. But thank you for letting me know. Definitely send us an email. Preferably send it to store@flipaquatics.com, but you can send it to any one of us, and we'll get back to you. Robert Monroe said, I think they went to the wrong post office. Yeah, I don't know. The way we do shipping is it automatically takes the address and like puts it into our system and then prints out the shipping label. So maybe something scuffed up the box and they couldn't see where it was supposed to be delivered to or something like that. Like, you just never know with the U.S. Postal Service. Things can always happen. So if it gets returned to us, we'll let you know, and then we'll figure out things from there. But keep us updated on how it goes, and hopefully something good happens. Dwayne Kitchell said, Rob. Oh, I already read that one. But anyway, so guys, I got to fly. I got to go to my game night with the guys. We're going to be playing some games. And so if you guys, yeah, DT Aquarium, I will text you and we'll figure some stuff out. But I am going to go to my game night. Feel free to pre-order any shrimp that you guys want. Again, they're shipping October 9th. Most of them are on the website. All the new stuff isn't on the website yet, but it will be this week, and then I'll continuously update you guys on that. Thank you so much for all the love, guys. I really do appreciate it. You guys are awesome. Thank you for subscribing and being here. I really appreciate that. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Florida, Georgia, you guys stay safe. Weather out that hurricane. Much love, as always, from me, Rob at Flip Aquatics, and the whole team at Flip Aquatics. We love you guys. We appreciate you. Have a great rest of your week. I'll talk with you guys soon. Later.